our first guest.
All right.
Take your time there, Coach. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing outstanding, Coach. How you doing?
Our first guest is Coach Don Gibson on the Louisiana All-American Sports Network halftime show with Coach Leonard Parker. Coach, how many years do you have in the education profession?
I've been in the education profession now 15 years.
15 years, Coach. How many years in Louisiana?
I'm now on year 7 in Louisiana.
Watch out, boy. Them years go by.
Yes,
I remember that first night when you came into town from Oklahoma. I said, look at here. All right. Coach, can you tell me a little bit about the strength and conditioning program your kids in right now? I know it's the off season. I know you got double duty in head football coach and head track coach. So you got the boys lifting weights, but you also got the boys starting to run indoor track, running track. So how things going with that?
I think it's going outstanding. You know, we've been doing it now for a while. I think the kids are now acclimated and understand what's expected of them. You know, you're only good as the guys you got around you. We got a great coaching staff around us. I've been occupied with track. They've been taking care of the football guys only in the strength and conditioning part. The guys that are that do run track, after we get done with a workout, those guys go in and get their lift in. So, you know, we're not missing a beat right now.
We got to get that lift in.
Got to get that lift in. That's important.
Especially the district that y'all in, with Madison Prep and Parkview, we got to lift some weights.
Got to be big boys.
That's it. Got to be big boys. Coach, tell me something what you think about the personal trainer is starting to really get into high school sports. Do you believe with personal trainers that's not connected to the high school? What you think about that? Positive, negative? Give me a feeling on that.
I think it's a positive. You know, I can tell you about one of the guys, Ken Ideal. You know, he's a guy that I've been fortunate to work with here over the last 4 or 5 years, involved with the 7-on-7 part. He does an outstanding job of training guys outside of it. I tell my guys now that it's important to get that extra work in. You know, if you're sitting on the couch, I know the other guys are working. So it's important for you to get out there and continue to hone your skills and make sure that you're the best player you can be. So I highly encourage any of our guys or any guys to go out there, or young ladies to go out there and get that extra work in, because I think it's important.
Extra work, extra training. Now you just mentioned our next question. What about the benefits of 7-on-7?
You know, I remember when I first came down here, I was kind of against it. But it's something now over the last, 5 years that I've definitely embraced. I think it gives our kids an opportunity to continue to go out there and compete. Continue to go out there and compete at a high level. And when you got guys that's doing it the right way, there's a lot that you can gain from it. So once again, I encourage my guys to be a part of some type of 7-on-7 program, because it gives them the opportunity to keep working year round.
You know, looking at this 7-on-7, and because the offense is putting up 30, 40, 50 points, man, it makes me want to get back in and say, you're going to get 14 points. I ain't letting you score no 30, 40. But the defense got to evolve to where these people ain't scoring 30, 40, 50 points a game. Offense just took over, Coach.
Yeah, it's built for the offense right now, but I think the biggest thing is you got to find what works for you. You got to continue to be creative, continue to try to disguise things, continue to try to show different coverages and things like that to try to offset some of the things that you see on the offensive side of the ball. But it's tough, but this is what we do it for, to get in there and put the programs together and put a product on the field that can be successful. So it's important to make sure that you do the different things that you can to put yourself and your team in the situation to be successful. And that's disguising and that's running different coverages.
Well, what about next year? Last question, Big Coach. What about next year and maybe some players that you might have going into maybe a scholarship offer or scholarship year being the last year at Port Allen next year?
Yeah, we got a couple of guys. We'll start off with our athlete, guy that does everything for us, is Rennie Gibson. He's definitely a guy that we feel really good about. He's already got 3 offers right now in Louisiana Monroe, Alcorn, and Grambling. And he's going to have some more opportunities. Another guy is Ladarian Burns. Ladarian Burns has came a long way now. He's our defensive end for us. He's picked up a good bit of interest. We got some guys like Josh Howard, who's going to have a chance. You have Tyreek Harris, who's going to have a chance to be recruited. You have a guy Charles Bryan. And then we got a big boy also, Jacob Stewart, who hasn't played it down. But he's 6'4", 335. The other day, ULL was up here recruiting Brennan and Ladarian, and the first thing he saw and said, "Who's that guy right there?" And so he's, we got some guys that we feel really good and that we're excited about.
All them guys, we might be looking at a good year. Coach Don Gibson, head track coach, head football coach, assistant athletic director. Thank you very much.
Thank you, big coach. I appreciate you.